Hey everyone, this is Shalini Joshi Amdagni, and in this video, I'm just looking at the other side of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, each one of us individually, socially, economically, in all areas, there are all kinds of problems that we are facing, right? So there's the problem side of the coronavirus. But what are the other lessons that we are here to learn from this pandemic? And I was thinking about it this morning, and I just came up with 4 P's that I decided to call them. And I wanted to share them with you. So one of the P's for the pandemic is pause. The other P is priorities. The other P is preparing. And then the last P is proceeding, right? So there is pause, priorities, prepare, proceed. And so what do I mean? So pause, it's like, the universe has put us on a forced pause, right? And I believe there is, we are experiencing some kind of imbalance. Now, it could be on an individual level, it could be on an economic level, political level, global level. There is some kind of imbalance that's going on. And so there is this pause, this universal pause that is kind of forced upon us, whether we like it or not. And it's across, all stratas, right? It's not economic, it's across the globe, and each and every individual is impacted by it. And so the thing to reflect is, what is the pause for you? Like, what is it for you personally? Where is there an imbalance in your specific life that you need to pause and reflect about, right? Is it your health? Is it your relationships? Is it your family, right? Is it that it's your health? So that's something to reflect during this pause. Then the other thing is priorities. Like, I feel like I'm being forced to look at, what are my priorities? I'm 50 years old. I have probably 30 years, 35 years to live, maybe more, thanks to technology and medicines and all that, but maybe less. And so what are my priorities at this time in my life? Like, what do I really value? Where do I want to focus my energies on? What are my top 5 priorities? And I really did reflect on it. And so one of the things that I'm doing is, despite all the chaos, I'm writing my book. I'm really focused on daily giving time to my book. Daily, I have been, I tap a lot, but physically I haven't done much exercising, movement. And so every single day I've decided I'm going to do yoga, and 6 o'clock in the evening is my yoga time. So what are your 5 priorities that are absolutely important to you, but you have been ignoring? And what if you could use this pandemic time to focus on those priorities? Maybe for you it's not health, maybe it's about connecting with family that you haven't connected with regularly enough, right? So what are your 5 priorities? And then the third P is prepare, right? Preparing. And so use this time to, maybe it's not time for action yet, but you can strategize. You can decide how you're going to go about reaching those goals. Maybe it's time to make checklists. Maybe it's time to write a to-do list for yourself. And so strategically, how are you going to go towards the things that are your priorities? Maybe you can, like me, do some of them immediately. I've scheduled a time to do the yoga, and that's a priority for me right now. And so maybe you need to create a schedule. I don't know how that looks like for you, but how are you going to prepare to meet your priorities? And then, of course, the last P is proceed, right? So maybe some of the things you can proceed with right away. Maybe some of the things need to be in the preparation mode still till you're able to proceed. Maybe you need to come up with a completely new idea on how you want to proceed with your goal. Maybe it requires whatever you're doing to to go online. There's so many businesses, there's so many restaurants right now that are doing deliveries in Bangkok, and they were not into deliveries, right? There's a 7-Eleven, and now they have, I read the news that they've recruited 20,000 workers, and now they're delivering on they're doing deliveries. They weren't delivery focused. And so how are you going to proceed with the plans you have, with the priorities you have? And so, it's so easy to get caught up in the panic of the pandemic. But what if you could look at the other side and, stay on track and find a way to have a schedule for yourself, to have those priorities figured out so that you can keep taking baby steps towards, whatever it is that your core desires, your dreams and your desires. And that is what I wanted to share with you. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.